And we begin with President Trump suffering his biggest defeat since winning the election, forced to pull the Republican health care bill minutes before the vote in the House where it was certain to fail. And moments ago, the president with a dire prediction announcing Obamacare will explode. The lack of votes forcing President Trump to retreat on one of his biggest campaign promises. His warnings of revenge, unable to convince holdout Republicans to vote his way. The president sounding humble when he described how it all played out.
We all learned a lot. We learned a lot about loyalty. We learned a lot about the vote-getting process. We learned a lot about some very arcane rules in, obviously, both the Senate and in the House. So it's been, certainly for me, it's been a very interesting experience. But in the end, I think it's going to be an experience that leads to an even better health care plan.
The decision also a huge blow to House Speaker Paul Ryan, accepting defeat, conceding, quote, Obamacare is the law of the land. President Trump and Speaker Ryan reluctantly saying it's time to move on. ABC's Mary Bruce on the Hill for all of the drama today. She starts us off.
We've been told the bullets have pulled.
Tonight on Capitol Hill, this stunning acknowledgement. Republicans have failed to deliver on their signature promise to the American people.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than Obamacare is the law of the land. It's going to remain the law of the land until it's replaced. We did not have quite the votes to replace this law. And so, yeah, we're going to be living with Obamacare for the foreseeable future.
The day began with a frenzy of activity, an all-out push to get enough Republicans on board to pass the bill.
Mr. Speaker, can you get this done? Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
Publicly, the party leaders sounding optimistic.
Congressman, you expect a vote today?
Yes, I do.
But by mid-morning, it was clear conservative Republicans were standing their ground.
There's no more negotiations. There's no negotiations.
It's done. Not going to pass.
Yeah. So the only thing going on now is basically arm twisting.
Those conservatives, the focus of an intense lobbying effort by the White House. As an olive branch, President Trump agreed to change the bill so insurance companies would no longer be required to cover basic health care services, like maternity care, drug and mental health treatment, and even emergency room visits. But that was still not enough to get the conservatives on board. What it did do, give moderate Republicans a serious case of the jitters. More and more coming forward to say they could not vote yes. Meanwhile, at the White House, the closer-in-chief who had demanded an up or down vote today was playing coy.
We'll have to see.
Do you think it's going to pass?
See what happens.
Did you rush it, do you think?
We'll see what happens.
That is correct.
On the House floor, the debate already 3 hours underway. Democrats railing against what they were calling Trump care.
On this bill, there's only one option, and that option is to vote no.
As the hours ticked by, it became increasingly clear this bill could not pass. With reporters staked outside his office, House Speaker Paul Ryan quietly travels to the White House to break the news to President Trump. As the president and speaker had lunch, the White House press secretary told reporters the vote was moving forward.
The leader and the whip are, doing their vote counts. The debate is ongoing. We're going to continue. We are proceeding with a 3:30 vote as scheduled.
But it was not to be. Back on the Hill, the speaker calling an emergency meeting of House Republicans. And just minutes later, at 3:31 p.m., as the vote was expected to begin, the announcement.
Further consideration of H.R. 1628 is postponed. The chair declares the House in recess subject to the call of the chair.
Ryan pulling the bill.
We were on the cusp of fulfilling a promise that we made. We were on the cusp of achieving an ambition that we've all had for 7 years, and we came a little short.
And Mary Bruce joins us now from Capitol Hill. Mary, House Speaker Paul Ryan says Obamacare is the law of the land. Does that mean Republicans are now giving up their effort to dismantle it?
Tom, don't expect Republicans to make another push anytime soon. For 7 years, they've promised to repeal and replace Obamacare. But tonight, that chapter appears to be closing. So how do they explain to their constituents that they couldn't get this done? The speaker says that's a very good question. Tom?
Mary Bruce, who was there every step of the way today. All right, Mary, thank you.